Alright guys, thank you for checking in on Stormtopia.com, the Stormtopia.com Facebook page. We're going to have our daily weather update right now. Of course, looking towards the Nurulon Trough here that is expected to develop and deliver some snow here for the northern mid-Atlantic and eventually the Maine coastline. We're going to get to the northern mid-Atlantic first here. This is what I'm expecting. You can read more about this in my technical discussion above the video on Stormtopia.com for those of you slackers who skip the text and went right to the video. But I'm expecting spotty snow showers to develop through the day Thursday, becoming more widespread Thursday night, and very widespread into Friday. Now, they're most concentrated here in the white area. That's where I'm looking at probably a good solid 1 to 2 inches. Some areas are going to see less than an inch, and some areas might even see not anything. And again, guys, Boston's really going to miss out on this first batch of snow. In terms of the Nurulon Trough, looks like it's going to be developing and intensifying as it first develops around the Philly area, metro area, moves off to the northeast, alright. In the Friday PM hours, this is when I'm going to get worried here, for a widespread 2 to 4 inches between Watertown, New York, the New York City metro, through a lot of Connecticut, into a lot of Rhode Island, alright. But when the Nurulon Trough really gets itself going here, we see the precip falling at a half an inch to, in some spots, an inch an hour of snow here for portions of the northern half of New Jersey into the southern half of not the southern half, but southern portions of New York. Friday PM hours, we're looking at least 4 to 8 inches, and that is actually a conservative estimate here. Taking a look at the model rundown here, I'll start you off with the NAM. Here's the storm developing. Here's again, guys, the Nurulon Trough. You see it first developing southwest of Philly metro area. Strengthens as you make your way through time, and then really cranking here before it lets up Friday night. In terms of total QPF, you're looking at least 4 to 8 inches for a large area here. And again, guys, my map was pretty conservative. But your best chance of seeing 4 to 8 inches is in here, which is the areas where I circled. And there's of course the possibility, like I said in my technical discussion, I keep referencing that, but anyway, in my technical discussion I also said that we had the chance to see some areas which get up to 8 to 12 inches, but we'll have to hold back on putting those kind of amounts out so far. GFS model, guys, playing its usual tricks and games here with consistency, but it's basically the same idea. It develops Nurulon in the Philly metro, and then spreads snow off to the east here in this area. Total QPF, we're looking at pretty good agreements here. GFS is a little displaced north, but basically, guys, it's the same thing, and the GFS is a little bit of less precip. Canadian's interesting model. I'm not sure if it's right or wrong, but I'll show you it for the greater good. You can see what's happening here is the Nurulon develops near Philly, but doesn't strengthen until it gets around this area, and that's where you might see some of the good precip between the New York City metro area and the Hartford metro area. This is essentially the breakdown, and there goes my consistency control. But anyway, between here and here, is where the Canadian thinks the good snow is going to fall. Again, 4 to 8 inches in that corridor. You see that brighter area, that's where you're closer to 8 inches, and then the darker blue is where you're closer to 4 inches. Wow, it seems as though I have discussed and essentially just exhausted this storm, like I've been talking about for a while now. The one behind it looks like the best chance of producing snow would basically be from eastern Massachusetts into Maine. Alright, not coming out with snow accumulation map quite yet, and we'll be concentrating on that more once this baby is done, but we take it one storm at a time here at Stormtopia.com. Also, you look at some of the longer range models like the GFS. Behind both storms there's a new one developing that comes off the Atlantic and could produce snow for the mid-Atlantic by next week, early next week, maybe into mid next week, but you know what, guys, a little far out. So I've exhausted the storm, so stay tuned to Stormtopia.com. Please spread the word about our website, and have a great day.